Well, there are several things I'm working on this morning. This is our ThingSpeak, where we are recording data, and I'm using this DHT sensor. We used it the other day. This is not as rapid sensing as a thermometer. It does sense digitally senses temperature and humidity. I'm going to try to work on getting it connected with this OLED and Wi-Fi. Right now we've got Wi-Fi and we are recording our temperature and our humidity. I want to show how we can change these chart appearances, this editing right here. We can change the background, and I want to talk about how to do that. The different colors of either the line or the background color. To start with, suppose I change those just to any random letter or number, and you can see that it changes the color. Okay, so this is hexadecimal HTML colors, these colors that are given for web browser colors. If I choose some random color, I'm given the letters. Choose a type of yellow. I notice that if I click on this, it's copied automatically to my clipboard. Now I can go back to ThingSpeak and I can choose Edit. And I can choose that color. And I can choose Save. And there's my background. This is the way colors are determined on your web page. The computer understands this hexadecimal 6 letters and numbers. They don't necessarily have to have a letter, I found. If we go back and edit in our background, we can choose RGB. In other words, this is red, that would be 0 on green, and blue, the B part of RGB, could be another number, and that should be something like purple, because we're mixing 90 red and 90 blue and no green. And that's another subject. Now we're getting into the primary colors, and you can look this up. If you're painting, that's a reflected color, and your primaries are going to be yellow, red, and yellow, red, and blue. If you are electronic, RGB, red, green, and blue are the primaries. You can look that up. You'll see that electronically generated colors are RGB primaries, and reflected colors in painting are red, yellow, and blue. We can choose either these colors, or we can go back to our RGB and say, I want background to be no red, the R part, 2 letters, no green, and The background on blue is 90. That should give us 100% blue color in our background. So there's a lot to learn about this, but what we can do is change our appearance of our charting and the appearance of our line also. Zeros are black. All right, there'll be more about this, and I'll show when I get my OLED array working to display temperature and humidity along with our ThingSpeak display.